morning, Vicky here with you, and we're here for day 8 of 30 inks 30 days, and this was yesterday's ink, Diamine Violet, and check out the sheen on this. But it's only on here, you can't see it in the writing, which is very, yeah, kind of sad. You can see it in the splotches, but you have to remember that I did it, like, there was so much ink on there. So I don't know if I didn't, you can see gold, like it's really beautiful, but I wonder if I didn't shake it well enough when I took the ink for my writing. I don't know. So today for the ink we're using a Ferris Wheel Press ink. I didn't have any Ferris Press ink at all, which is, you know, surprising because it's a Canadian company, so you would suspect that I would have some, but they're fairly expensive, and which is why I didn't really get, and often they have really pale inks, which I'm not so much into. But Think Endeavor Play was moving. It's a store in New Brunswick, and I've purchased a few things from them, and they were moving, and they had an amazing sale on on some of their inks, including some of the chargers from Ferris Wheel Press, as well as some big ink bottles. So I got only one big ink bottle, because all the other ones were really the pale ones. So I got the pink eraser, and I'm anxious to see it. I've got a pen in mind that I want to put it in, but because of the 30 inks, I haven't inked it up yet. It's also because of the 30 inks that I didn't ink it up last month, because I was still running out of the inks from the month of April. So hopefully with these little Kawecos, I'm gonna go through inks faster, and I can actually use some new pens in the month of July. Otherwise, anyway, there's the month of August, so at least it's not back to back. So this is my first time having a charger. I find that they're fairly expensive for 5 milliliters, but like I said, there was this big special on this, and this one has some of the darker inks, so definitely more my type. So you have Tanzanite, you have Bluegrass Velvet, and Candy Marcella. So I was a lot more into these, and today we're using this one, which is the Tanzanite Sky, and it's really a dark blue ink. The type of ink that I don't usually get, because I usually get a lot more inks that have either a lot of sheen or sparkle or a lot more teal in them. So this is not necessarily the type of ink that I would have gone for, but I like the idea of trying it out, and like I said, it was a really good deal, so it was worth it. For this I'm using my Kaweco Sport in the Frosted collection, the Mandarine. This is my first Kaweco Frosted Sport. I don't have any other ones. Pickwick Turtle was getting rid of hers, so I purchased it used from her, and as well as a few other pens. And so this is what I'm going to use for it, because I really don't have a lot of like orange, and I figured these two colors would go well together. Yeah, it's not necessarily the type of thing I would do usually, like I would really match my colors, but let's be honest, this is not a color of ink that I would purchase, because it's so pale that, yeah, I would not purchase this. So I figured the dark blue is the best that it's gonna get into this pen. And I wonder if, oh yes, it fits in my, yeah, that's much better, because let's be honest, otherwise I'm gonna make a boo-boo. And I've got a feeling that I'm not even gonna be able to fill from the bottle because of the fact that it's so tiny. Yeah, I've got a feeling I'm gonna have to ink it up with a syringe. That's the thing with this chargers. And I don't have any I do not have any little vials that I can put this in, so okay, let's try not to make a mess out of this thing. Okay, that was water. Thank God. Whoa. Okay, that's gonna be a... This is a disaster in the making. Okay. Okay, just deposit this. I think I've got enough in it to actually do my in. I think so. So if you can't get into your bottles and you're not a pen person, this is one of the ways that you can fill out your cartridge. I've also done just putting the converter directly in the ink and filling it up that way. It also works. Because I put the nib in the ink, hopefully it will have primed the feed a bit. This is a broad nib, so fairly thick, as you can see. So let's hope that I had some ink left in there. I think so. Hopefully enough for splats. Not my best of splotch, but it will have to do because I'm not putting more in my syringe. So I will use got a feeling that this is going to be too big of a brush to go in. Yeah, for sure. So let's use a smaller one. And let's close this little vial off because otherwise I'll end up making a mess. And let's add some to this just because I like doing that. And start cleaning on my new piece of white paper, so that we've got something else started. I really love doing those. They turn out pretty awesome. Like, look at that one. Isn't it cool? And there's like shimmer in them and they're just yummy. And this is another one. So they're ready to be put onto cards or backgrounds or whatever. If you're into mixed media, you will understand what I mean by doing that when I'm doing that. Okay, so let's put this a bit aside so you can actually see what I'm doing. And hopefully I'm in frame. So this is a broad. It writes pretty fine. Okay, and so today we've got Ferris Wheel Press. Oh yeah, you can see it's a broad. 10 Tanzanite. And I got something on my nib. Picked up a fiber or something. Sky. And we're June 8, 2021. And I'm using my Kaweco Frosted Sport Mandarin with a broad nib. And even though it pooled, it didn't cross over like the diamine ink did. Okay, so today we're using the Dr. Seuss ABC, and we're doing big H, little h. Whoops. Oh boy. Hungry horse. Hey. And a hat. Hooray. Hooray. It's a beautiful nib. It works wonderfully. I love my Kaweco so much. I know some people have issues with them. I've never had an issue with a Kaweco ever. So they're really, I'm glad I'm collecting them. There's a little bit here because I had made a boo-boo, so I corrected it, and that's what happened. But it's a beautiful dark ink. I think it goes really well in this pen, so I'm gonna have a lot of fun playing with it, even though it's not the right color for my pen. But I mean, seriously, an ink that pale, it would not be fun to write with. Okay, so let's check out the chromatography of this. It's another beautiful one. Look at all the pink in this. Oh, nice. I love chromatography so much. I mean, I think this is the step that I like the most out of the whole thing. Okay, so like I said, I don't have a lot of inks that are that dark, so I tried to pull out different blues, but as you will see, most of them are sheeners, or they're more pale. So this is the 54th Massachusetts from Noodler, and you can see like the sheen in this. It is dark, but I feel like this one has more purple in it, which probably explains like all the pink that you see in it versus this one. I pulled out Diamine Midnight Hour. Same thing. It's more, this is more bluish, and this is more purple. Like compared to, these look more like teal almost compared to this. Then I've got Little Mickey, which is not bad, but it's a lot more pale than the Tanzanite. This is the Waterman Mysterious Blue. You can see it's much more pale, so not at all the same. Mont Blanc Midnight Blue, a lot more gray in it than this one. Then Diamine Happy Holidays, a lot more pale, and obviously sheen and shimmer. Little Herbie, which is a big sheener, as you can see. But yeah, not more teal. I don't know, it just feels more teal. This is the Bleu Océan from Jacques Herbin. I felt like the darker one is a little bit closer, but you can still see like it's a lot more pale than the Tanzanite Sky. Then you've got the Tanzanite from Private Reserve, and check out that. Like that's not at all like the same. Like this one really looks purple compared to that, or compared to a blue. So yeah, definitely not the same. And then I had the TWSBI Midnight Blue because I know a lot of people have that ink, and still again not at all the same. So yeah, and if you look here, you can see, I mean, how purple this looks. It's so funny. This looks really purple to me. So you can see like this, because it's so thick, or like here, because it's so thick, you don't see so much of the purple. But when you look at this, the splotches, when they dried, it looks really purple. So anyway, that's it for me for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this ink and beautiful chromatography. Oh, so beautiful. Love it. Don't forget to leave me comments down below. I love reading them. And by the way, if ever there's a video that you can't comment on, that's not on purpose. I don't know what happened. First, I really don't understand it, but for some reason or other, my American Blue started off having no comments enabled, so I don't get it because I never put that on. So yeah, no idea why it did that, but if it happens, let me know, because definitely not something I did on purpose. So love you guys, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.